to chit chat, discuss, of course, one of my absolute favorite things in life.
Is it?
Oh, girl, I mean,
I should know.
right. That's it's not really a question. Not as much of a favorite as it used to be, but we're trying to bring it back. And what I am referring to, for those of you who
Oh man.
do not know, it is working out,
Yes.
exercise.
But I think before we even go there, right? I think we kind of have to just go out
Warm
there and
up.
just warm up for sure.
Hmm.
And I'm just gonna make a little comment here that I love how we test things and we test things and we test things, and then the minute we start recording, there's always some kind of issues, and on my end, you look a little grainy, but we're just gonna move on past that because
Oh goodness. Every time.
it
Every
is.
time.
But you know what? You still look fabulous, so we're just gonna keep on pushing.
Okay.
Um, and what else was I gonna say? Oh, you guys might also notice that we have a slightly different format here.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties. So we're just here testing out some new platforms to record for you guys. And no, this did not contribute to why we did not have an episode last week. There was just, some things going on and life was lifing. So
Life.
fortunately that didn't happen. But we are here, we are back, and we are trying to push through. You guys might notice I sound a little tired, but I've been a little under the weather, so my voice is still kind of getting back on in there. So
Ooh.
we are just lifing, lifing
Life
at
in
its finest over here.
I feel like I have not used the phrase that life is lifing as much as I have this year,
It's good.
like in comparison to the rest of my life. Like I feel like this year, like that is the phrase for this year. Life is lifing.
Hmm.
And it just goes in all aspects, not solely just towards podcasting. It's just in any avenue. Life is lifing. Like
It
that's just what
sure
you get.
is. Yeah.
That's what you get. Yeah, but I didn't know if you wanted to, do a little more of a warm up before we really get into the routine. I know there were a few things that are going on currently, like Olympic wise, that I'm sure most of the peeps are keeping up with. I don't know if you wanted to touch on that real quick.
I mean, yeah, so I just mentioned to Amanda about talking about the Olympics. I'm not an avid watcher. I don't really know everything that's going on exactly, but I've seen some things from LeBron holding the flag in Paris, and it's this huge thing because he's the first something that's done that.
Oh, I see
Um,
that.
yeah, so and clearly I don't know enough because I forget exactly what it was, but he was the first something. I don't know.
Right.
To hold the flag. And then Snoop Dogg is back at it
Of
again, which is
course.
just kind of I don't know, it just works in some really weird way, but I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. That's interesting you say that. It made me actually think of, I don't know if you've seen, but Flavor Flav is actually like a sponsor for I want to say it's the women's, oh my goodness, like the USA women's like swim team or something like that. Um but
Interesting.
yeah, he's actually, or like a polo, I think it's like the polo team or whatever or something. But he's actually a sponsor, and because this team, the women on the team were like working numerous jobs to be able to support themselves to get to the Olympics and everything, and just like uniforms and everything that comes with it. So
Hmm.
they've been working numerous jobs, and he actually like stepped in and has been sponsoring them. So I thought that was a
Interesting.
super random thing that I seen, but I thought that was like also really cool. So it's
Yeah,
not
definitely, because I
common
had
news.
no, not at all. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Right. And then it's like it's Flavor Flav. Like you think of Flavor Flav and you think of just like VH1 Flavor of Love and just
Hmm.
that kind of ratchetness. You don't really think of him in a serious note like that. So I
Right.
thought that was a nice light to be able to see him in too.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And of course those are the things that aren't making the news though, right? So that's
Of
just
course, yeah.
yeah.
But what about, I know you said you're not an avid watcher now, but what about growing up? Did you
No.
like get into it then or nope, just
No.
never really been a
No,
thing?
never really been an Olympics person over here.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I would say for like I remember growing up, my grandmother she would really love watching the gymnastics, and I've always enjoyed watching gymnastics.
Hmm.
So I can say that it was something that I used to always watch. I'm sure she watched other stuff too, but the gymnastics always had me.
Yeah,
And right now, Simone Biles is all over
she is
my
killing it.
feed. She is like she's just like such a great representation right now, not
Hmm.
just for USA but for like black women as well, like, and just like
Definitely.
the culture.
Hmm.
She's really just like a good face for us, and I just am so entertained in seeing everything that she does. And she's like the tiniest little thing, just
She is.
this little tiny person, but she just holds so much power. So
Hmm.
I've been enjoying seeing some of her videos through my feed, but I have not watched anything. I don't keep up with the Olympics either. Even like at work they talk about it and stuff, and it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I mean,
Not a
she
clue.
really is like the talk of the town, though. So you have her; she's out there killing it. She got her gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
And after doing all of that and coming back, because I guess she like took like a little break. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it was just because of like her injury or if she just was trying to do things. She came back, killed it, and now she's retired. And apparently, she's also expecting. So she's been flipping around over there.
Throwing that little baby all around. She better be
Yeah,
careful.
I guess so.
Oh my
So
goodness.
congratulations to them, and
Yeah. That's
just there's no better
huge.
way to go out than with that kind of a bang. So
No, seriously. Wow,
kudos to
that is
her.
huge.
Yeah,
Congratulations. New little gymnast baby on the rise. I wonder how big her baby's gonna be because she's so tiny and he's not.
yeah. I don't know. It'd be a good happy
Oh wow.
medium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But
So you
yeah,
have, yeah, you have them. I don't know. Have you followed the Shakari Richardson?
I haven't, but I've just seen stuff on her, but haven't really actually paid attention to it.
Gotcha. So before, like a couple of years ago or something like that, like she's a track star. She like, is
Hmm.
amazing. She like flies with colors. But there
Yes.
was like so much controversy because she was like caught smoking weed or something like that.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
like this whole thing, and then she was always she had a lot of personality, I guess you can say, with like the colorful
Yes.
hair and the nails and the lashes and just like all of the things,
Yes.
right? So she is back. She is also killing it again in the Olympics. And she has toned it down a little bit. So there's no more
Okay.
like colored hair. She has like just kind of like natural color. She looks
Hmm.
absolutely gorgeous. She's still rocking the nails, but
Of course.
girls gotta
Can't let
do
it
what a
all
girl's
go.
gotta do sometimes. So,
Right. That's her.
um,
That's her. Like that's just how we know her. She has to keep some of it.
exactly, yeah.
Hmm.
So all the, beautiful black women out there are definitely killing it in the Olympics, so that's awesome to see. Keep that shit up.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yes.
and then you have, I don't know if you saw it. I did try to send you the video on
I've seen it.
Instagram. So, I'm just gonna end it here. I don't know what else Amanda might have to say about the Olympics, but if y'all haven't seen this yet, you're gonna want to make sure that you go ahead and see this. And I couldn't even tell you what the guy's name, but I'm sure if you Google Schlong, and this is not contributing to our Schlongs and Thongs episode that we had previously. But this man is a pole vaulter, and in the middle of his routine, he didn't make clearance over the pole because of some anatomical reasons. So if you guys haven't already, you just make sure you go watch that video. Especially the ladies. It's a very interesting watch.
It is. And just want to say he is an Olympian from France himself.
Oh, there
So,
you go. There you go. Amanda with the T.
oh, yeah, that was an entertaining video.
Yes. It's all over. Like, no matter how many times I swipe through that shit, it just
It's
comes
just
right on back. I'm like, that shit is everywhere.
one of the comments said, two polls are better than one.
Oh my God. I guess so. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Yeah. Definitely gonna leave the Olympics on that note because I have nothing to top that at this point. But for ourselves, right, as as working out. We used to be athletes in our past. I know you were huge with soccer. And, myself, I play a little bit of soccer, but basketball was more of my thing.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
now, as grown ass women, that athleticism isn't there. It's not.
It
It's
is not at
it's
all.
it's not where we need it to be. And we've talked to you guys before about just kind of trying to get back into the groove and doing things. And I can say right now, Cassie and I have been doing very well, in my opinion, and
Oh, well,
definitely speak differently in keeping each other accountable on reaching out and seeing where we are with
that
exercising. I'm
part,
not going to
yes.
say, you're right, you're right. I'm
That
not
part,
going to
yes.
say that we are exercising our asses off. We're shedding the weight. We're doing the damn thing. I'm not saying that we have
No,
made
not
those
not yet.
goals yet,
Yeah.
right? Not yet. But the first part on just even keeping it in the forefront of our minds and even just holding each other accountable. I feel like we're doing a really good job for where we're starting with that right now. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to give
I agree.
kudos on that because, if you're not thinking about doing these things, it's never going to happen.
Mhm.
But I do want to know for you, what's your biggest motivator with exercising? Like why?
Girl, well, we talk about this all the time.
I can't stand you.
But my biggest motivator is when I try to put on my pair of pants and that shit don't fit. Because let me tell you, I refuse to buy bigger pants to be comfortable in my skin. I would rather feel gigantic and bloated trying to squeeze into these pants to motivate my fat ass to go work out than I would to just buy a new pair of pants because that's not going to help anybody, right? So I'm going to go ahead and be miserable and suffer until I put the work in and make myself unmiserable and no longer suffering. So,
And you can fit. No, I feel you
exactly.
because it's like I don't want to add bigger sizes to my wardrobe. Like,
No.
no, I don't like that defeats the whole point because it feels like you're just enabling yourself to be of the size that you don't want to be. So it's like you
Yeah.
ain't gonna be putting that in the closet. I'll go ahead and suck this gut in all day if I need to and go about my business and
Yeah.
not be able to breathe and just feel terrible on the inside, but
Hmm.
pretending
Me
I'm looking
all
great on the
day.
outside.
Yes.
Like one of your famous sayings from back in college, pain is beauty. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
she is crazy. Pain is not beauty. But, when you start sucking in the gut, it's like, yeah, it's beauty.
Oh man. So that is my motivator. Is it the
Mhm.
same for you or do you have a different one?
Um, for me, it's a mix. I think for me, more so, it's like health wise, just
Mm.
being someone who actually was on blood pressure medicine before. And then, I
Mm.
also have fibroids, which is just a common thing in Black women specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just want to be able to keep my stress down. It's really more so stress management for me.
Yeah.
So that, and like my mental sanity too, that is more so of like keeping me in line just with where I need to be. But it is also about like my physique and how I look. Judge me if you want, but I'm a firm believer that if you don't got boobs, you at least need to have an ass. So I am a small chested woman, so I love my butt to
Oh,
look nice. Like one of my favorite assets is like one of my favorite things about myself, and I love working out my butt. Like I love doing leg workouts
oh
and
boy.
having like my lower body just look so good.
Do y'all
So
just see this like glow she has on her face talking about this right now? The conceitedness is like out of this world.
but no, like the thing is, y'all don't even know. I sent Cassie this video today where it was like, I'll never skip leg day for this reason. And it's
That is you
literally,
to a
it
T.
says, I'll never skip leg day in case I faint. And it literally had this guy being carried out on a stretcher, but he was being carried out face down. So his ass cheeks were just jiggling. The big old butt.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's where I'm trying to be.
Crazy. I can't.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely a split. It's just a mix of health reasons and physique. So just sum all that back up, really.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But I mean, at our age, right? Like it's things we need to start thinking about. And to me, it's a little weird because I didn't really grow up like with my parents working out. Like, yeah, my dad was like always active, like
Hmm.
sports and whatever. But my mom, she like, she's active in the sense that she's like always out and about, but like not
Yes.
so much as like when it comes to like working out and stuff. So it's like trying to like get into like this like routine of just kind of like, this is important for your health and like you
Hmm.
should be doing something. Because like for me, I went from like being active to like doing nothing. So I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like, you know, blowing
Really
up like a
beside
snowman
yourself.
over here.
Oh
So
no. Darling dear.
so
Oh my
it's
gosh.
it's a lot when you go from like doing something and to doing nothing. So it's
Yeah.
important to get it together.
That's a huge transition, but and I can kind of understand where, you used to do a lot of walking. Now you do a lot of driving. You do more sitting than you are like being physically upright and
Yeah.
walking. Um, a little similar for myself with working from home versus walking in a store and at least
Hmm.
getting like 5 miles in on a shift.
Yeah.
So it's a hard transition with not being as physically active, and then just wanting to be able to feel good and not have joints that hurt and feeling all
It's true.
stiff and all that. It's hard. Like, and being able to incorporate it into a routine where it's like most days you're just too damn tired to do anything. Like,
Yeah,
why do I
that's a
need to
struggle.
exercise
Yeah.
today? It's just an
Hmm.
easier lifestyle when I see why people live in cities and do things where they have to walk, because that, even though it's not a workout, but it's maintaining for their body. So
Right. Yeah.
it's the struggle. But what are you engaging or trying to engage in to not be so snowman-ish?
Kind of like a few different things. I found a really good YouTube channel that has a
Hmm.
lot of really good like home workouts. So I've been trying to do that and incorporate that when I like, want to do something quick or don't really have a lot of time. But my boyfriend seems to always make fun of me because he says that like I'm not sweating enough when I do at home workouts. So whatever, but I'm gonna do them anyway. So he's been trying to
Yes.
get my ass out to go play some tennis, in this extreme 90-degree heat, and I don't do well breathing in heat, so that's been a struggle. But we're getting out and doing that.
Slowly but surely.
Yep. And then I do occasionally go to a gym if it's a day where like I have like some more time to kind of like get out of the house and like actually go somewhere.
Hmm.
So kind of like a little juggle of like those kind of three different things for me. So
That sounds good. And then tennis would be
yeah,
easier too when it comes to like the fall. I feel like
can't
tennis is
wait.
most fun in the fall too. Yeah, because you get those nice autumn breeze, and it's
Yeah,
not
it's been pretty
glaring
awful.
sun. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not quite tennis season right now, so I can understand the struggle around that and it
Been
being
trying.
less enjoyable. But
But I'm sweating though, so happy
yeah,
boyfriend.
listen though, I struggle because like I kind of
Uh,
agree with him though. Like, you
mm,
need to get that sweat for your body to really just know that it's putting in work and it's like burning, and
I guess.
but I get both sides, so I can't be one-sided on that. Because the in-home workouts, are they're helpful because it's better than doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, I
see.
don't know. Well, I was done doing one today before we started recording, and I was like, look, I was like, I'm just documenting. I'm like, you see some glisten here on my forehead? He had the
Nothing. Listen.
nerve to touch my shoulder, like rub my shoulder and say, your shoulder's not sweaty, so you didn't do it enough. Like, excuse me, do you not see the forehead glisten? Like, I'm sweating over here, and my
Oh
back is sweating. And he was like, well, that's only because you have a waist trainer on. I was like, you know what?
Oh my gosh. I didn't know there's a checklist for one on where
Yeah.
you should sweat for a good workout. So
Oh, yeah.
you
That's what
think
I'm
if
dealing with.
maybe he can pass along the information so I can make sure that I'm on the right track that I need to be on, because
Yeah.
so I learned that forehead sweat means nothing.
Hmm.
Shoulders need to be shining and polished. and sweat anywhere else doesn't matter. Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's what I heard anyway. So
Ooh, that's a struggle. That's a struggle. I guess you just have to stick to tennis in this hot ass weather because
yeah, well, it's the only thing
what?
that's like he's like, okay, yep, that right there. I'm like, really? It's because it's
Like there's
90
nothing.
degrees. Like, not because I'm doing more work. Like,
Great. The weather's hot and I'm about to
oh
pass out.
man. No, whatever. It's all love, right? You just trying to help me
Yeah.
out. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I mean, we got to be pushed somehow, right?
Mm.
It's and
Yeah,
especially coming out
definitely.
of the no exercise zone into
Mm.
exercising. You gotta, he's like your in-home trainer.
Yeah, well, I didn't ask for one, but thank you.
Yeah. Ooh, that's what we get when we have men.
True
In-home
story.
trainers.
True story.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Nah, I feel you. I've been doing the insanity workout still, not
Oh,
as
okay.
much.
Yeah.
But my in-home workout, that's my go-to because I'm
Mm.
literally like panting by the end
Yeah,
and
that's good.
taking a lot of breaks in between because I'm like, how the hell do they keep up with this?
Are
No
you
matter how many
sweating?
times I do it. Oh, I'm sweating. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm sweating. My shoulders sweat, so you could tell him that it's a workout. Um, and then I'll do like different things with like
Mm.
kettlebells.
Mm.
Just
You love
nothing too
kettlebells.
crazy, but those kettlebells and working my ass really is just what I do most of the time.
You just see Amanda just squatting in the mirror, like, okay, yep,
Literally
okay,
in the mirror, you're right. Yes, I always have the mirror in front of me because I need to like watch myself, and it's
Oh
like
man,
trying to envision where you're going, like trying to envision that next body. So,
that's true. Yeah,
and then also too, just trying to make sure I don't look crazy as hell, like with my form. And I'm like, should I be bending like that? I don't know if that's okay.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, what I would like to incorporate though is just looking at like one of those kind of like classes that you do outside the house, like a
Mm.
cycling class or even like, I like to do my hot yoga because, your girl likes that.
Oh gosh, it's
I,
awful.
yeah,
Hey,
it's
anything
lovely.
hot, it's awful.
Listen, but your shoulders would be sweating in there, so you could tell them it's a workout.
Whatever. That thing is disgusting. Everyone
Listen,
breathing all
it's
these damn chants like all over the place, and it's already hot as hell. Like, what are we doing here? I can't. Sorry, you're just getting me on a hot yoga tangent. I will never forgive my friend for making me go to hot yoga ever.
oh my gosh,
It's awful.
duly noted. Never ever invite, which I already knew to not invite you to hot yoga. Like you and my sister are two
Oh
people that I would
god,
never invite to hot yoga because you
it's
both
so
don't like to
bad.
sweat. Ironically, you both are Pisces. How interesting is that? But yeah, but other than hot yoga, I also will do sometimes we can get a little bit of yoga with Adrian in the morning on
Mm.
YouTube, like doing something like that, just one of those little YouTube videos. And,
Mm-hmm.
but I just never feel fulfilled enough when I do that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I don't do it as often, but
Gotcha.
I would love to do more tennis. Ah, but
Come on over.
girl, listen, you would probably hate me.
Yeah, I would. I know. I already know. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to question it. I know.
I'm too competitive and everything, so you'd
Yeah.
be out there like, why is she trying to kill me right now? What is this?
Hmm. I would. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm just there
So,
to have fun.
with your exercising, do you find yourself changing diet at all, or is it just solely right now focusing on movement?
For me, movement, not to say that like food's not bad and you should watch what you eat, but I really don't think like diet has like that much impact to everything. I really do think it's all about like the movement, but I
Hmm.
also don't eat that bad either. Like I'm not
Right.
really like a sweets person. I don't really eat like that much fried food and like, I'm not on like
Hmm.
any kind of like diet, but like just my palate in general just like doesn't like certain things.
Hmm.
So no, I'm not planning on changing my diet. And yeah, just movement because I really diets help, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I think it's just allowing the body time to digest food and also like how much you're consuming at a time really
Hmm.
is ultimately what it comes down to. And especially if you're already not eating stuff that's terrible for the body, then
Yeah,
I don't feel like that's stuff that really needs to be addressed.
yeah.
So I feel you on that. Now, what goal do you have? Like, do you have a time frame or like for like, and if I'm getting too specific, that's fine. You don't have to give us much detail, but do you have like a certain goal you're looking to meet by a certain time, or is this something that you're trying to implement as a lifestyle and continue to maintain?
I definitely don't have like a deadline or anything like that. But I definitely do have like a goal weight. Like ideally I would like to lose
Mm-hmm.
20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But like 10 would suffice.
Gotta start somewhere.
At least. And to make it more of a lifestyle because I don't my like current trend is like okay, like when I feel like a hippopotamus, like that's when I decide to like start working out.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I stop and then like I wait for myself to get back to that point again and then like I start working out and it's like no, like I just need to like figure out how to be consistent with it across the board. So I would
Yes.
say that is definitely my goal.
Mm,
What
I
about
feel you
you?
on that. Definitely like a maintaining, like it used to be part of my lifestyle. Like I
Yeah.
literally made exercising a part of like after a bad breakup, exercising became my
Hmm.
thing. So then it literally was a part of my lifestyle. And I loved how I felt then. Like it's just because my ass looked good all the time and
Yeah.
I
I'm
felt
done with the
good.
ass stories.
Listen, it's a real
Oh.
thing. Like, if that's something you really look forward to, you will push through and you'll get there. Like,
Yeah.
I was just out of town for a wedding and I was upset saying to my man, like, I haven't worked out. My ass is deflating. He's like, your ass looks fine. What are you talking about? And I'm like, it's not all plump and swollen muscle like I need it to be to make it look fatter. And he's like,
God. I
girl,
respect you.
stop. He's just like, you look absolutely great. And I'm like, you don't
Mm.
understand. So I
Oh
definitely
man.
want to incorporate exercising into the lifestyle. But again, just also with the health benefits of it too, because I am probably like the most annoying person to deal with when I don't get enough like
Mm.
burning of whatever, burning that energy. So
Yeah.
I I think it's a requirement. I've acknowledged it to be a requirement at this part of my life that it just
Yeah.
needs to be somewhere in that routine, in that schedule. I'd like to keep it more consistent because it's definitely more scattered, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. We'll definitely get there.
Yeah.
It's just a time thing, it's just
Work in
life
progress.
is lifing and you have to figure out how to incorporate it into that.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
but definitely not impossible. It just takes more time than I think we would like for it to take to actually be consistent and stay as like a regimen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Agreed,
No.
agreed.
But no, again, I'm just proud of us because, it's something necessary. We just gotta push a little harder and
Yeah.
those asses will be fat. Okay.
I'm not really worried about my ass being fat. I need to,
Whatever. That's the thing though, is if
um,
your ass is fatter, usually your torso will look smaller. So that's also just saying my go-to.
I mean, I guess, but that probably still won't help my pants situation. So I just need to like
Mm-hmm.
make my stomach flatter, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll worry about everything
Go
else.
from
So
there. Got you.
yeah. But we
Wow.
are a work in progress, and as long as we're taking those steps in the right direction, that to
Mm-hmm.
me is satisfying enough. So
Completely.
yeah.
Completely. Damn. Well, that was a good gem to wrap it up right there. That's all
Mm.
that matters. But if you guys have any exercising tips or, good workouts you want to share with your girls, definitely drop it to us because
Yeah,
we
we
would
need it.
love as many different options as possible to continue us through this lifestyle journey of exercise and movement. So, other than that, we'll see you guys until next time.
Bye, guys.